Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white with red, officially weighing 134 1/2 pounds. His professional record, 46 victories, including 34 knockouts, with 3 defeats and 2 bouts even. From General Santos City, super featherweight champion of the world, Manny Pacquio. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing white with red and green. Official weight, 135 pounds. An outstanding professional record. This 1996 Olympian now has 34 victories, including 17 knockouts, with only 1 defeat and 1 draw. From the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois, presenting the David Diaz.
All right, gentlemen, this is for the WBC lightweight title. You've received your instructions in the dressing room. Again, I want to caution, any punch below this point going to be called low. Any punch below this point are going to be called low. That said, I want you to obey my commands, protect yourselves all times. Touch them up now. Good luck to both of you. Good luck.
Defeating the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world today, Manny Pacquiao. Scheduled for 12, both fighters in white trunks, but I think you know the difference.
No problem telling them apart.
No. Crowd chanting, Manny, 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 as we expected. And Wally Doug and I were talking, good overhand left hand right there. We're talking and analyzing some tape from the last fight, the development of Manny Pacquiao over the years and what he was able to do against one of the great fighters of our generation to win that fight in March, Juan Manuel Marquez. You saw him counter punching, you saw his defense, you saw him boxing, and the further development, he's going to need all that tonight against Diaz.
You know, all that being said, though, Alan, I agree 100%, you know, that he did many different things and many different things well. You'll find, if you ask 50 people who saw that fight, 25 will tell you Marquez won. It was a tough fight.
It was a split decision.
I thought it was a draw. I thought it was a draw, just like the first fight.
Did we have it a draw, Waller?
I don't recall. I think I might have had Marquez a point ahead. But anyway, I mean, the point being that Pacquiao may have seen his best days already.
We'll certainly see. Walking into the ring carrying 147 pounds. It's a far cry from when he started as a 108-pounder.
You know, he's only 29 years old, but he's got more than 50 pro fights and a lot of hard 12-round contests.
Absolutely.
A lot of wars.
It's a long 29 years, no doubt.
24 rounds with Juan Manuel Marquez, like that first 12-rounder with Eric Morales. That's the kind of wear and tear that eventually takes it out of a fight.
You're absolutely right. So at some night, those bills come due. Now, whether it's tonight, I don't know. And whether Diaz is the guy that can collect on that bill, I don't know. Right now, it looks like Manny's too fast for him in this round.
Well, the crowd, if you'll listen, will react to anything Manny does. Doesn't necessarily mean that the punches he's throwing land effectively. But he is showing superior speed in this round. And Diaz probably knew that coming in anyway.
Diaz is a slow starter. Everybody looks faster than him. Everybody gets off first against Diaz in the first 2 rounds of all of his fights. He's the kind of guy who gradually gains momentum as the fight wears on.
You're so right. I mean, it's not easy to beat David Diaz because every one of your fights, I don't care who you're fighting, is going to be tough. And you're going to lose the early rounds. You're going to have to battle back late when you're tired. And he goes in knowing that.
He's just covering up now while Manny goes on the attack. Davis says, bring more, bring more. That's fun.
Trying to plant some doubt in the head of Manny Pacquiao, which is not going to be easy to do.
Well, it's hard to figure a lot of times what's in the head of Manny Pacquiao. Now David's ready. And you heard Freddie, don't get in there and go toe-to-toe. Get in and out, in and out. Land your combinations to get out.
Well, he also doesn't want Manny to allow David Diaz to rough him up, but he may not have a choice.
Exactly.
You know, David Diaz is an absolutely artless fighter. I don't think there's any argument about that. But, you know, so was Rocky Marciano.
You know, this is the first time I can ever remember that physically I didn't think Manny overpowered the guy he was in against.
Right.
With the shoulders and the body.
He's not fighting a natural featherweight. He's fighting definitely a natural lightweight, somebody who could fight effectively at 140 pounds. But that weight differential may not show itself in the early rounds.
That's a good
left by Diaz, yeah.
Yes.
Definitely backed Manny off.
Got two left-handers in there in case you folks haven't noticed. Manny comes across with a top left hand right over the top, and then some uppercuts.
Wow. He's going to work.
Manny looking like Ali, isn't he?
Hitting gloves, though. He's hitting a lot of gloves.
Lead left again from Pacquiao.
Is Diaz cut on the ear or above the ear?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
Right ear.
We're seeing some of that trademark body work from Diaz finally.
You see the blood in his hair?
Blood in his
right
hair.
Side?
He's got blood in his hair. Top of the head.
Yeah, it's high. It's in the scalp area.
A lot of speed to contend with here. Diaz having trouble with Manny's speed. And Manny doing what Freddie Roach wanted him to do. Don't get roughed up. Oh, uppercut also. Diaz acknowledging the power. Left hand. Oh, good left hand for Diaz on a counter punch. But Pacquiao pouring on the combinations. Oh, Manny fighting a supremely confident fight. Blood streaming down from the scalp line of Diaz.
I'll tell you what, Manny's fighting like the bigger man right now.
Very well said.
And as you said earlier, Wally, it's kind of a psychological game where both guys want to impose a certain thought on the other. Diaz wants to make Manny think he's not big enough. Manny is showing Diaz right now, yeah, I am big enough.
You're absolutely right.
And I'm faster than you are.
If he starts to work the opposite thing on Diaz, this fight is over in a hurry.
Diaz getting caught on the inside. Final 10 seconds of round number 2.
Two very impressive rounds by Manny. All right, let's take a look. There was a good punch by Diaz that actually backed Manny off slightly. You see it was half fist, half elbow with the left hand. Then the second half, Manny just takes over.
Pacquiao comes right back with superior speed and timing. Jab.
Well, the champion probably finds himself in a hole after the first couple of rounds here. And Manny Pacquiao, superior speed and landing the more effective punches, but Diaz was never going to outstyle him anyway.
Yeah, but you know, the damage is being done earlier than I expected. He's already cut in 2 places that I can see.
He's slicing him up.
We're seeing signs of the improved Manny Pacquiao. We're seeing that right hook. He's leading with it. A lot more in the way of head and upper body movement from Manny Pacquiao. Not as easy to hit as he once was.
He keeps a very torrid pace in the ring, and that's why people love him. That left hand hurt, guys.
You know what Diaz is doing now? He's standing right in front of Manny. He's not coming forward, but Manny's not allowing him because of the footwork.
That's correct. I mean, Diaz's fight is to get on top of his guy, smother him, overwhelm him just with activity, and he can't really do that because he's getting hit with everything.
Diaz wants to force the other guy back on his heels, but it's hard to do that when the guy's circling you.
Yeah, you know, I think the thing that surprises me so far in the first 7 minutes or so that we've seen here is how comfortable Manny is at the weight.
He looks very good. He looks so relaxed in there right
He's
now.
just unbelievable.
But you know what? Diaz is unable to impose himself physically on Manny, so what does he have to be stressed out about?
I agree. So far, anyway.
Well, one punch can change it as usual, but
Well, one thing we know about Diaz, though, guys, he does not give up. And we saw that against Santa Cruz.
Yeah, Santa Cruz, the younger, bigger, stronger fighter, wasn't just outworking it and outplaying him. He was beating the crap out of him for 9 rounds.
Absolutely.
Diaz never stopped coming forward.
Is he cut under the eye now?
I think he's
There's
cut
more
under the
blood
eye
on his
and on the bridge. He's
It
getting,
may be coming from the bridge of the nose.
well, the hand speed is what's ripping him
Yes.
up. That's what's just ripping his skin up because Manny's hand speed is so impressive. But Manny's doing a great job
Breaking him.
of just breaking him down.
His jab is really in effect in this round, and a lot of fighters find it hard to jab against a southpaw. And one of the questions coming in here is, you know, how many notable southpaws did Manny Pacquiao face? Well, really nobody, but he's doing a good job against Diaz.
Diaz has got a long way to go in this fight with that face turning redder and redder.
Doug, I just want to add something to that. I mean, you know, southpaws see other southpaws as rarely as right-handed fighters see them. You know, it's a rarity to them, too.
Yeah, they have trouble with southpaws as well. Diaz, however, will never be mistaken for Pernell Whitaker. He's not one of those southpaw cuties.
Another lightning fast round. Diaz trying to come on in the end there.
And then he gets that sneaky right hook in there. He can punch on the fly. He can punch coming forward.
And you don't see that Diaz is a beat behind on every single exchange. He's like behind the fastball.
Round 4. The champion Diaz with the white gloves. The challenger Pacquiao with the red gloves. Pacquiao tried to make Philippine history. First Filipino to ever win a lightweight world title.
Now, before we write David Diaz out of this fight, let's remember a couple of things. We've already mentioned that Diaz has a tendency, and he's bleeding badly now over the right eye, to get stronger as the fight goes on. The other thing is Manny faded somewhat against Marquez late in the fight.
Two very good points, but that right hand, that nose is getting...
That was a better point.
Yeah, that was
That was a big straight left from Manny Pacquiao landed to David.
Now David's stepping up the intensity. Now they're going to take a look at the eye now. Vic Draculich, please don't stop another fight. Vic's just doing his job.
If they stop this one, there won't be any won't be any discussion.
Well, there won't be any. The building won't be left standing if they stop.
No, but if they stop it, it'll be a TKO.
And it's amazing. Well, we saw how swollen Diaz's eye got in it. Oh my goodness, he's just
right hand.
Diaz might be wobbled a little bit by that big left hand.
Yeah.
He definitely took a step back. He's got to let his hands go. Can't just cover up in there.
It is a dominating performance by Manny Pacquiao. The full package, folks. Up to this point in the fight, if you want to see what it takes to have the complete package as a professional boxer, you're watching it.
He's looking like the best fighter in the world, pound for pound, right now.
You know what? Floyd Mayweather walked through the door. He left it open for Manny, and I got to say, Manny has really done his part to step through the door.
And the great thing about Pacquiao, he's got all the talent and skill in the world, but he's an aggressive fighter.
Absolutely.
He's exciting to watch, which you couldn't say about Mayweather all the time.
No, you're right. He's not a safety first guy at all. Diaz is just a mess.
They're gonna get worse. But the footwork. Oh, that left. And David says it. Anytime a fighter shakes it off, it means it hurt, man.
Oh, there was no doubt that hurt.
That almost sounded like the jaw crack from over here, guys.
I think David, whenever he gets anywhere near close, he needs to put those punches to the body. He's having such a hard time hitting the head of Manny Pacquiao. And whenever he misses, he gets countered so bad.
Yeah. His only chance, Doug, I think, it lies in his tenacity. Just to make the fight so grueling for Manny.
Yeah. Do just what he's doing now.
Right.
Get in, rush him, and work the body on the inside. Mug Manny Pacquiao if you can.
Which, by the way, is how he beat Santa Cruz. Certainly outgamed, I'm not outgamed, outskilled, outspeeded in that fight as well. His tenacity kept him in it. All right, well, guess who? Here comes Manny. Boy, that lead right hook. And you know what? Diaz could hardly even make a move to stop it from coming.
There's another angle with it, and it hurt Diaz. It wobbled his body and made him take a step back.
Diaz is actually starting to flinch now, which tells you that, you know, the so-called smaller man is hurting him.
Round 5 as David Diaz's white trunks are slowly turning crimson. And what rips your face up like that, folks, is speed and leather. He is cut in 3 places, left eye badly bruised. Of course, we saw the bruising that he suffered against Morales when he fought with one eye. But his hope right now, as Wally said, is just tenacity.
You know, let me just say this, and I don't in any way mean to, you know, compare David Diaz favorably to a Rocky Marciano, but if you've seen films of Marciano against Archie Moore, against Ezra Charles, this is the same fight.
Yep.
Joe Walcott.
Yep.
You know, sometimes the guy that just will not quit is the guy who wins.
Oh, he just caught a right hand on the chin.
But during the golden age of boxing in the 50s, they would let a guy fight a
That's
lot
true.
longer.
That's true.
Particularly if it was The Rock. I mean, his nose was split in half against
Absolutely
Charles.
right.
They let that fight continue.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be the case with David Diaz.
Does that mean we've gotten more civilized or more squeamish over the years?
Squeamish. We're not civilized.
They're not fighting 15-rounders either. Round 5. That was not as that was. That one was.
And that was a premature celebration upstairs.
Yeah, but the last 3 punches were hard punches.
Wow.
You know, these are good, accurate, quality punches from Manny Pacquiao.
Oh, look
he's
at the
not
blood.
going all out. I mean, the way he's punching, he
David
can keep his
Diaz.
pace up for 12 rounds.
Because he's fighting at his own pace. You know what? Diaz is not making him do anything he doesn't want to do.
But if you remember Manny Pacquiao from 4 or 5 years ago, it was like he was double parked. I mean, he was in a rush. He was in a hurry.
Yes.
He was just going crazy in there. Much more poised now.
That's years and years of seasoning
They're
experience.
going to really have to take a look
I
at
don't see how
the
much
blood
longer this
damage
can go.
because unless they got a pint standing by in the corner, this could get bad.
No, I agree. I don't see how much longer this can go.
I really don't. Because they're going to have to take a look at it. He's just getting chopped to pieces. I mean, this is... I know it's almost silly to say, but with the hand speed and the way he's moving, it's almost Ali-like to me, guys.
I don't think Ali ever hit like this.
No.
This is the Thriller from Manila.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
Look at the blood.
You know, this is target practice right now.
Yeah, it really is.
Vic Draculich is looking in, the referee, to see what the damage is being done to David
should.
Diaz's eye. He is going to insist. This is a beatdown, guys.
This wouldn't be a bad time to stop it.
I expected Diaz's face to look like this, but like in the 9th or 10th round, not in the 5th round.
No, he's on the accelerated program right now. You know he'll never let the corner stop it, but they should. Go! Go!
They weren't quite finished with the patchwork. Going to round 6, scheduled for 12. Dominating performance by Manny Pacquiao against the world champion David Diaz from Chicago.
I would say Pacquiao is fighting the perfect fight against David Diaz.
Yeah, he really is fighting fabulously, and I'll tell you what, they have no chance of stopping that cut.
Freddie
No
Roach
chance.
told me at his camp a couple of weeks ago that it was very close to Manny going back to the Philippines. Nobody wanted him.
Huh.
And they came, and he was in New York, and he made his way west through Vegas and wound up at the Wild Card Gym. They went in. Freddie worked with the pads. They said, Freddie, you're the guy. He was going to make one more stop in San Francisco, then go back to Manila. We wouldn't have this story right
Nobody
now.
wanted him. Now he's signed with like 6 different promoters, right?
Right.
He has been.
At the same time, of course. Round 6.
And there's that cut again. There's just no stopping that.
No, it's deep.
But on the bright side, it is running down the side of his face and not into his eyes.
Well, he's not going to stop.
No.
He doesn't sound deterred at all in between rounds. Neither does his trainer, Jim Strickland. They're all right.
They seem like they expected this.
Yeah.
See, the one thing I don't think they did expect, though, is that they're not slowing this guy down. They're not tiring him.
They're not putting in the work to really come on in the late rounds.
Yeah.
You got to do something to stress Manny out, wear him down a little bit to the body, and Diaz is just not able to mount a sustained attack because of punches like that.
Yeah, he just cannot get past that. Now, I've always said fighters do things for a reason and they don't do things for a reason. If David Diaz is not doing what he needs to do, there's a reason. And the reason is Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao has convinced him that he cannot walk in on him without severely being punished for it.
Absolutely.
So we're seeing David Diaz bounce around on his toes on the outside and not really fight to his character.
He actually landed a pretty good right hand there, but I don't think it had the kind of effect he expected it to have.
He's going to have to follow up on punches like that, and Manny's not letting him do it.
Manny's keeping him too busy. Keeping him too busy playing defense.
A beautiful swarm of punches, and that's what Diaz has run into, a swarm. Every time he tries to impose what he wants to do, Manny keeps him at bay with his fist. They're going to take a time and look.
Yeah, they got to look at that.
Vic doesn't like what he's watching, this dominance in the fight. You guys don't have a run for Diaz, do you?
No.
Oh, of course not. It's 5-zip for the Pac-Man.
Doctor said it's okay.
And the right hand, not just the jab, but Manila Ice, the right hook, it's found its mark tonight.
You know, Doug, obviously, I may look like I am, but I wasn't old enough to see Henry Armstrong, but I don't think it could have been that much different from this, seriously.
Hey, Henry Armstrong, a frenetic fighter, boundless energy, he could box a little bit. And Pacquiao's doing the kind of things that Henry Armstrong did, dominating division after division after division.
The closer you get, the more effective you'll be. You still got to throw shorter punches and then tight.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Wait a minute, let that go now right now. Let me get here. I got to stop this clip.
He's not his punches, he's just too fast.
Right. Yeah. Bend that back.
All right, let's take a look. Diaz actually did a little bit of work there. You see, he landed that short jab and then came across with a left hand and then another right. But
Pacquiao answers back, and when Pacquiao answers back, you're seeing here, it's a volley of punches.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything to stop that.
Round 7, the domination tonight by Manny Pacquiao. We'll see if the champion can turn it around. And I heard in the corner, Diaz, probably the most true statement, that said it's not the punches, it's the speed.
Huh. But you have to admire his willingness. They said, "You all right?" He said, "Yeah, sure." Like you know, like it was a stupid question.
It also begs the question, if this fight was at when Pacquiao used to fight, would he be able to take the guy out? Is there a difference between fighting a guy that's a bigger guy like this and more difficult to take out?
I think it would be a mistake for Manny to try to blow out a guy like David Diaz. If he fought the way he used to fight, which was sort of coming right at his opponent with power punches and not utilizing lateral movement, I think Diaz would have had more of a chance to mount some kind of a counterattack.
It would have been an absolutely senseless way for Manny to fight because you're giving Diaz his only chance to be in the fight.
Yeah, he could run into a punch.
There's a body shot here from Diaz, and Manny answers.
And Diaz never stops trying.
No, he doesn't.
He'll land a single shot, and it's a solid shot. He just can't follow up with anything.
That's the one thing you have to admire about Diaz. I mean, it's got to be very discouraging. Every time he lands a good shot, he gets hit 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a row, but he refuses to be discouraged by that. So far, anyway.
Slower pace this round for Manny in the 7th round, and do remember he slowed down a little bit in his last fight in the later rounds.
He was bound to slow down a little bit. I mean, he's really set a hell of a pace in this fight. See, the thing is, Diaz is not going to slow down. He doesn't have much to slow down from.
Right.
But no, seriously, he fights at the same pace every single round.
He's starting to land more punches
Yes.
in just like the final minute here of this round 7.
But it's not because he's doing anything differently. It's because Manny's a little bit slower.
Yeah, he is
having trouble
taking
with
his
his
foot off the
vision.
gas pedal a little bit.
He's having a blinking problem. That's never good. Blood getting in the eye now, guys.
Still, I think he's having his best round of the fight.
I think so, too.
That was Diaz's best round, and he still lost the round.
You're absolutely right.
Still lost it.
But under theory, if Manny's won the first 7 rounds, Diaz cannot win this fight, even if he won the last 5.
Well, there's always the old knockout.
That's what I'm saying on the cards, but yes, the knockout.
I agree with you on the cards. There's no way.
Oh, now there's blood coming from the left nostril.
Manny is backing Diaz off. Loading up with single power shots in this round. Interesting way to start off round 8. They're going into the late rounds. Less activity from Manny, more power in single shots.
He may sense that Diaz is starting to soften up a little bit. I didn't see it in round 7.
No, I was thinking that Diaz might be sensing that Manny is slowing down and that he might actually try to step it up a little bit. And maybe Manny is stifling that
Combination.
momentum.
The left landed.
You're right.
Diaz
Manny may have realized that.
Bit.
You know, let's nip this in the bud
Yeah,
before
nipping
this guy.
the enthusiasm in the butt. Yeah, curb your enthusiasm, Diaz. I'm still the man.
He may not be softened up, but he's certainly mushy.
Yeah.
Diaz going backwards in the protective mode now. Yeah, he's getting
He doesn't do much of that, man.
Yeah, he don't want to be there.
He doesn't do much covering up, so you know it's having an effect.
Vision's a problem for David.
Yeah, the blood is now dripping into the eye. Both eyes.
Yeah, but you know, when you're refereeing a fight, I think you have to take the history of the fighters into account.
Absolutely. That's part of your job.
Yeah, you got to know who's in there with you.
But Draculich is looking really close at the face of David Diaz.
Guys, Diaz is in a survival mode right now. That's all it is.
Yeah.
He does not want to go down, but he might get stopped.
He needs to do something. He's got, I mean, because Manny is just getting bolder and bolder. If Diaz is playing possum, he's doing a great job, but he's not. It's all Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, I don't think that's part of his arsenal. I really don't. I don't think there's any kind of guile or artifice in the way this guy fights. I mean,
no, he's an honest man. He's an honest fighter.
And he's giving you what he's got. I mean, this is it.
In other words, he's doing what he has to do right now. That's what he's backing up because he has to prevent from getting knocked down or knocked out. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, he just wins. The heads came together there.
Yeah. Well, he couldn't. That was a big roundhouse that would have said good night, but it missed over the top of Diaz.
All right, here's Manny Pacquiao back to where he was in round 6. You see he hurts Diaz there with a right hook. And, you know, I think the thing that surprises me the most here, Doug, is how much effect Pacquiao's punches have had on the bigger man.
Beautiful body-head combination here with Diaz's back to the ropes.
Pouring that stuff in.
Well, they stopped it. Round 9 temporarily, but it'll be bloodied up here pretty soon. Manny coming out with bad intentions in round 9. He just does not want to give Diaz any breathing room, and nor should he.
Alan, they have as much chance of stopping that cut as I do of holding back Niagara Falls.
Now Diaz mounting a little desperation offense, and Manny holds up his arms like, okay.
Manny won't even give him, you know, his one little moment there.
No. And it was a little moment. As
Weren't
I
they both in
mentioned
white
earlier-
trunks?
Yeah, there's the crimson now. Diaz's crimson trunk. We're in round 9. The champion is the bloodiest one in there.
That's not coming out in the dry cleaning, I fear.
No. Could be done. A little club soda that might help. Well, that's for wine. All
Same
right.
color.
Same color.
Ooh, good left by Diaz. He snuck one in.
Snuck one in, and now he's got a little pumped up a little bit.
Manny didn't celebrate after that one.
No.
Whoa,
Oh, good left hand from Pacquiao. That staggered Diaz, who comes forward now. Oh, left hand.
You know, we've referred to the Santa Cruz fight several times as evidence why Diaz is not out of this yet. He was never hurt like this against Santa Cruz.
Manny Pacquiao is a full level above Santa Cruz.
Absolutely.
A good, strong, young contender. Pacquiao is a truly elite fighter. There's a certain dynamicism to his punches. He has speed, power, and technique that Santa Cruz will never have. And
Right.
I hate to say it, Diaz will never have it.
No, Diaz is never going to be that kind of fighter. But I mean, the thing is, you know, we wondered whether Manny would be able to rise to the level, but he seems to be one of
There,
those.
down he goes with the left hand.
Fight is
The
over.
fight's over. Thank you.
Big left hand. It came from not too far away.
About 6 inches.
And you just hope Diaz isn't seriously hurt.
That's what I was just getting to, guys. I was getting worried about that because he's fought and taken so much damage, and your reputation to carry so far. He is still down. Diaz is still down. I mean, that was a devastatingly wicked punch. One of those inside ham bone jobs from about 6
I think they're
inches.
keeping him down. I think he could have gotten up. They're keeping him down.
I hope so.
He's all right.
He earned his money tonight.
Wow, look at the egg on that left eye.
That's where he just hit him.
What a performance, huh?
And with this victory, Manny Pacquiao becomes the first fighter from the Philippines to win a lightweight title.
Wow, that's huge for the Philippines. I mean, in size for a fighter to be that big. And I bet you Floyd Mayweather has just decided to come back.
It's calling out Manny Pacquiao.
Not this guy. Hey, that's an interesting question. For the speed I saw in there tonight from Manny and Floyd's defense, but he'd have to engage him sooner or later.
Well, let's see the end of this one before we move on to the next one. Let's take a look at the punch that finished off David Diaz. The left hand that traveled about half a foot.
Diaz lunged right into it.
Yes, he did.
And when you see a guy fall face first, you know he's neurologically, he scrambled. Oh, yeah. The body was limp.
Yeah.
It was limp before he hit the canvas.
He was certainly knocked out momentarily. Oh, yeah.
Like a marionette whose strings were cut. Just
Last time I
fell.
saw one like that from that distance when Foreman knocked out Moore.
You're absolutely right.
Remember that punch?
Yep.
Except it was a right hand, but Manny's left-handed. Those inside devastating punches. And my question I was going to get to is that sometimes you're so brave. I was getting to worry about Diaz's, mental health coming out of this fight.
So was I.
You let it go and you let it go. And sometimes those long fights, you guys know, cause
Those are the worst.
damage. They're the worst.
Absolutely.
You see the emotion in Pacquiao's face as he climbed up on one of those turnbuckles to acknowledge his fans and say a little prayer. This is a huge win for Manny Pacquiao. He's made history with this win, Alan.
Let's go to Buffett.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we give the official time, a round of applause for a young man from Chicago with the heart of a lion, an Olympian and a world champion, David Diaz. Referee Vic Draculich calls a halt to this bout at 2 minutes, 24 seconds, round number 9. The winner by knockout victory, the fighting pride of the Philippines, now a 4-time world champion and new WBC lightweight champion of the world, Manny